What is the single most critical decision a manager will ever face? It's the decision to commit a significant portion of the company's capital to a project whose impact will be felt for years to come. These decisions are high stakes. They involve huge, often irreversible sums of money. A good choice can secure a decade of competitive advantage. A bad one can cripple the business. This is investment appraisal, the disciplined process of evaluating whether these monumental projects are worth the risk. At the very heart of modern investment appraisal is one fundamental concept: the time value of money. A rupee received today is worth more than a rupee received tomorrow, because today's rupee can be invested to earn a return. This single principle is the key to unlocking how we properly value long-term projects. To analyze these complex projects, managers rely on a powerful set of appraisal techniques. A savvy leader understands the strengths and weaknesses of each, using them in combination to build a complete picture of a project's potential. Let's open the toolkit. First, the gold standard: net present value, or NPV. This method calculates the total value a project will create in today's money. It discounts all future cash inflows and subtracts the initial investment. The rule is simple. If the NPV is greater than zero, the project is expected to create wealth for shareholders, and you accept it. It is the most superior method because it considers both the time value of money and all cash flows. Next, the intuitive metric: the internal rate of return, or IRR. This expresses a project's expected return as a simple percentage. You compare this percentage to your company's cost of capital, which is the minimum return you need to earn. If the IRR is higher than this hurdle rate, the project is a go. It's easy to understand, but be careful. It can be misleading when comparing projects of different sizes. Then we have the liquidity metrics. The simple payback period asks a basic question: how fast do we get our money back? It's a quick measure of risk, but its smarter cousin, the discounted payback period, is more accurate. It asks, how fast do we get our money back in today's value? While useful for understanding risk, both methods share a fatal flaw. They completely ignore any profits earned after the payback point. In the real world, you can't fund every good idea. This is called capital rationing. When funds are limited, how do you choose the best combination of projects? You use the efficiency metric, the Profitability Index, or PI. The PI ranks projects based on the value they create for every single rupee invested. By ranking projects by PI and funding them from the top down, you ensure you get the maximum bang for your buck. But great decisions aren't made on calculations alone. You must consider the bigger picture. First, are your cash flow estimates accurate? The garbage in, garbage out principle applies. Rigorously challenge every assumption. Second, assess the risk. Use tools like sensitivity and scenario analysis to understand how your project would fare in a worst-case scenario. Third, does the project align with your company's core strategy? A high NPV project that distracts you from your mission can be a costly mistake. Finally, consider its regulatory and ESG impact. In today's world, a project's environmental and social footprint is just as critical as its financial return. To lead these conversations, you must be fluent in the language of value. First, understand sunk costs. This is money already spent that you can't get back. A disciplined manager learns to ignore sunk costs and bases decisions only on future costs and benefits. Don't throw good money after bad. Next, opportunity cost. This is the value of the next best alternative you give up. Investing in a factory with a 12% return is a poor decision if you passed up an opportunity to earn 15% elsewhere. Always ask, what else could we do with this capital? Finally, be wary when dealing with mutually exclusive projects, where you can only pick one. A small project might have a huge IRR, but a larger project with a lower IRR could generate a much higher net present value. Remember, the goal is to maximize total shareholder wealth. Always prioritize the project with the higher NPV. Ultimately, all this analysis culminates in one place: the business case. This is your argument for capital. It's where you translate the complex numbers into a compelling narrative of value creation. Your business case must start with a sharp executive summary, clearly show the strategic fit, present the financial analysis, assess the risks, and provide a clear implementation plan. Investment appraisal is more than a financial exercise. It is the framework for making the bold, strategic choices that define your company's future. By mastering these tools and concepts, you move from simply managing operations to architecting long-term sustainable value.